All right, guys, today we're going to be reviewing the bigger buck, big shooter buck 3D archery target. So what do we got here? We got a deer decoy with a 25% larger, and you can also buy another insert here. You can buy those. That's good. You know, some of those targets don't have one. This is a 51-inch tall, 125-inch spread on the horns, Pope and Young. It's got a replacement insert, and it stops any tip, it claims. Field points, fixed blades, or mechanicals. Shooter3D.com by Faradine Outdoors LLC out of Wisconsin. So let's, without further ado, open up this box and see what this big shooter buck looks like. All right, guys, so we got our box. Let's open her up and see what we get in here. Must be like a spade type deal that we stick in the horns. There's our horns. Seems like a hard plastic. This is kind of stout there. Looks like we got these. I don't know who uses these, but it looks like it comes with some directions. It comes with something to keep your kids occupied. We all love these little bubble things. Now here is the deer. Right here. And you can see there's where that insert goes. The ears, they're all one piece here. And the legs must slide on. So we'll set this over here. These are a hard plastic. The legs are. These look like the rear legs. Here's our replaceable foam insert. So it looks like you're able to shoot it from both sides. More of the stuff to keep the kids occupied. I'm guessing this must be the front legs. And then here's a couple of poles that go up in the legs in order to put it in the ground. So let's put this thing together and see what in the world, if we got a deer here or what's going on. So first off, let's try to figure out this insert. Well, it doesn't fit in that way. So it's got to go this way, I guess. And I'm guessing we got a heart here, we got lungs, and we got a liver. It definitely goes in there snug. Is it all the way in? It looks like it's about all the way in. We got stuff bouncing around. So we got it in there. So, as you can see, we got our insert in there. It's starting to look like a deer with no legs. So let's see how these legs go on. It looks like they're notched here. They slide on like that. And those slide on from the front, these rear legs. Slide on from the back. So here is your deer target. Looks pretty good. Not bad. Definitely looks like a deer. Here could lie a little problem though. Let's see how this goes. I'm kind of worried about this. We've got to stick these horns with this into right here. Now, how's this gonna work? So let's try this. Like it must be a one-time do it thingy. Well, it pushes in there a lot better than I thought it would. We got that horn there. I mean, it seems pretty stout out here. They must have did something a little different here. Let's see if we can get... I wonder if this is like a one-time shot deal. Now we got some horns on there. I didn't think they'd be very firm, but they seem fairly decent. And then we got these poles here. So let's see where in the world these poles go. These poles store right in here in this hole, but they go in this hole is where you put them. So then they gotta stop. So then this goes into the ground. They also make a stand, and I'll show you in a second, that I noticed. They make this stand right here that you can buy. So you could shoot this indoors, which I like that deal. Otherwise, you could stick these in the ground. Now, let's look at some things that possibly could be problematic. And we'll take it outside and we'll shoot it. And we'll find out if we're right or wrong. These poles right here seem like they could be a problem. They stick in the ground. I think this thing's going to want to rock. But we'll see. We could be wrong there. This is another thing I see. We'll just set it down like that. Now let's look at this. This is a pretty small area as far as a replaceable insert. Here is technically still lungs. The heart, it's saying, is back here. The heart's actually up here. Now I can understand why they say that because of the foot placement that they got it back here. This isn't totally accurate to me. This back in this area is guts. But with it being a smaller target like this, maybe that has something to do with it. It's still going to give us the same concept of being able to shoot something and to be able to whatever. Okay, the horns. The way they go in have me worried. We'll see if they hold up when we go outside. But this is the biggest thing that I see could be a huge problem. Hard plastic. Here's one more thing I noticed. Look how narrow that body is. I can put my hand there. So, you know, what I always tell people is when you're out in your hunting situation, you should practice from the angles and the heights that you're up in a tree stand or how you hunt. If it's in a ground blind, this would be a perfect option to be able to practice out of. But if you're in a tree stand, this is going to be a problem. Because if you're shooting from an angle and you're coming down like this, you might be your arrow might be sticking in here, but coming out here to get through the vitals. You're not going through the replaceable insert. You're going through the body. These horns, I don't know, they seem kind of stout. I'm wondering if we shoot it a few times if those horns don't fall off. We'll figure that out. But otherwise, I mean, it's kind of like a lot of things. You get what you pay for. I mean, zoom in with the camera right here. And we're a firm believer that if this is a flaw and this isn't how they come from the factory, send us another one and we'll gladly do another review on this. But you can see all these pinholes here. Look at them. They're even in the replaceable deal. That right there shows me that it's a little lower quality of a target. Now, in saying the negatives, would I still get one of these? If you're looking for an affordable target to practice, and I think everybody should practice with a situation or with an animal out in the season, or that they're out there hunting for, because it's going to help you get accustomed and get relaxed and give you confidence on where to place that arrow to make a humane shot. If you're just getting into bow hunting, or you don't want to spend a lot of money on a Glendale buck or a Mackenzie or some of the high dollar ones, this is a heck of an option. If you're a good shot and you're not going to have kids shooting at it or your buddies shooting at it that couldn't hit a barn at 10 paces, this would be a good target for you. If you're not going to be shooting at extreme angles, this would be a good target for you. All right, guys. So in conclusion, we stand corrected. You know, this may not look like some of the fancier targets with individual ears and, you know, that, but it actually holds up pretty good. We're shooting a Bear Legends Kuma maxed out to 70 pounds. This thing says it won't handle a speed bow, and they're not sticking that far out the back for these first shots. We're actually pretty impressed with this target. If you want an inexpensive 3D archery target to be able to practice with, maybe you're just getting in, maybe you don't want to spend a ton of money like some of these cost, this big shooter is a great option for that. Now, it still scares us about these plastic legs, and like I said, if you guys get us enough likes and you guys want to see what happens when we shoot those, maybe it'll make a hole in them, maybe they'll just explode, I don't know. If you guys want to see that, leave your comments. If you guys haven't already done so, shame on you, but make sure you subscribe to our channel and like our channel and share this video and turn on that bell notification, because if you enjoy the outdoors and you want to see more and other videos that have to do with reviews like this and other exciting things out in the outdoors, you're going to want to do so. Till next time, we're going to keep shooting our 3D big buck shooter decoy here and get in the zone. You guys have a good evening.